Now I want to talk about actions. And actions are the then in your if-then thinking. So with our if the cat food bowl is empty, then I fill it. The then I fill it part is the action. With my garbages analogy, if it's Monday, which means it's garbage night, my actions are then I go around the house and I empty all the garbages. That's one action. I clean out the cat boxes. That is action number 2. And I take them down to the curb. That's 3 actions. So there's always only one trigger, but there can be multiple actions that come as a result. With that travel packing analogy, where I am going on a trip, so I pack my suitcase. The packing the suitcase is an action, but also the thinking about the trip and determining what I need to take with me, that is also an action. And that gets a little bit more complicated. That brings us into ideas of filters and things like that, which I will show you in action in some automations, how those work. But it's the idea of, I'm going to maybe run through a series of filters that ask, where am I going? And what will the temperature be? And what is the appropriate attire? Each one of those filters is going to be an action, and then the packing is going to be an action. So with the more complicated business automation that I talked about, where I sell a product and then I have to think about what type of product this is before I send out the onboarding sequence, the filter step of thinking about which of my products this is, that's going to be one action, and then sending out the onboarding sequence, that's going to be another action. This is the part where it can start to feel maybe a little bit overwhelming or a little bit scary, and I'm going to walk you through that step by step with some examples here, and so I don't want you to get too concerned about that right now. There is a worksheet for automation actions, and I'd love you to print that out and start going through the actions that I've supplied there and thinking about other actions in your own business. So common actions with business automations include sending data from one system to another. So maybe you use Teachable to sell courses and your email service provider is ConvertKit. The action is sending information about that sale from Teachable into ConvertKit. Updating data is a very common action, so adjusting tags, adding tags, taking them away. Moving people in and out of either email lists or in and out of groups within your community. Sending specific emails, sending email sequences, giving customers access to coupons. Also, scheduling is very common. Maybe you use a tool like Calendly. Calendly has some really great automation capabilities in it that allow you, when someone books an appointment with you, to send them a series of reminder emails, to send them documents, even to give them access to payment platforms. There's a lot of different things that you can do. So what I want you to do is just start brainstorming. What are some of the tedious tasks inside of your business, especially those related to data? What are the things that either you're doing by hand, maybe updating customer lists after a big sale, or maybe they're things that you just haven't been able to do because it took too much time and you didn't know how to automate it. So start to think through those things, write them down on that worksheet, and then I'm going to take you into some automation examples. We'll look at a few different tools. So I might not be using the email service provider that you are used to, but it will give you a sense of what the possibilities are in your own business and with the tools that you use. In addition to some email examples, I will show you some automations in a tool called Zapier. Zapier is a no-code automation builder that just unlocks a world of possibilities for sending data both inside of the tools that you already use, but sending data between tools when integrations don't exist. Thanks for watching, and if you need the worksheet that was referenced in this video, either go to the email that brought you to this video and you should see the worksheet there, or go to mindysolves.com/worksheets and you can sign up for it there. In the next lesson, I'm actually going to take you through the process of building some automation so that you can see how the triggers and the actions fit together to get work done in your business.